For Sim, we're going to start with 3 different loadouts. The support, which is 4 AIM 54, 2 AIM 7F, and 2 AIM 9H. The offensive, which is 2, 4, and 2. And the close quarters, which is 2, 2, and 4. We'll get into how to use these. So as you can see here, even with the F-14 Tomcat, I can still get some close quarter kills on these MiG-29s, even a few gun kills if I'm lucky. The situation has to call on it, and you have to be able to judge the other pilot's skill level to see if you can sneak up on them. Usually, if you're fighting MiG-29s and F-16s, the F-14 Tomcat's going to play a support role. You're going to want to sit back, closer to your spawn, get some altitude, and fire off some Phoenix missiles, just because they have that range on them, and they kind of help your team out in the sense that these missiles are going to be forcing the enemy into defensive positions, so they're not going to get to make their missile launches from the ideal positions. They're not going to get to fly at the altitude they want to fly at because you're forcing them to evade your missiles, which makes the work of your friendly F-16s a lot easier to compete with these MiG-29s. However, if you find yourself in a match with a lot of MiG-23s and you're not really facing any MiG-29s, then you can take out that offensive loadout I gave you in the beginning, like this match here. You can see I do use the Phoenixes a little bit because these enemies didn't really seem to know how to dodge, but a lot of these kills are going to be with AIM 7s or even guns if you get the situation like here is presented with a good gun kill. But usually it's going to be those AIM 7Fs and the AIM 9Hs. Because, as you see, the enemy doesn't really know what they're doing. They're in the MiG-23s, the MiG-27s, and they're not as maneuverable as the MiG-29, so you don't really have to worry about getting in close and them notching the missiles and getting behind you. You can kind of like get up close here and get a little personal with them. You don't got to worry about them whipping around on you and getting an off-bore sight missile. Now, this doesn't mean that every game you have in the F-14 is going to be a great game, especially since the addition of the new aircraft. It just means that you're going to have to work harder and play smarter if you're going to take out these top tier aircraft, just because they have amazing weaponry, amazing abilities, and they kind of outdo the Tomcat. The last thing I'd caution you about is make sure you have a lot of SL, because the Tomcat costs a whopping 25,000 SL to spawn in, which is just insane. So make sure you have that extra money in your pocket before you spawn in. Good luck out there, and hopefully you can get some kills in the F-14 Tomcat.